Hey friends, welcome to the Enneagram Workshop's Coaching Conversations. In this episode, we are going to talk about those numbers that just drive you crazy. We all have those numbers that just seem to rub us the wrong way. And as a type 3, which is an aggressive number, I always feel like I can change things and I can change people. But what I have found is that I can't. So that is what I want to encourage you with as you're interacting with people that rub you the wrong way. Let's put our energy and focus toward what we can change and what we can control. And that is not the other person, but only ourselves. One of my favorite Enneagram teachers, Suzanne Stabile, is constantly saying, we can't change how we see the world, which is our type. All we can do is change how we respond to how we see the world. And that's so true when we are interacting with numbers that just seem to rub us the wrong way. And here's what I suspect. The numbers that we have trouble with are usually the numbers that we don't understand very well. My encouragement to you, if you are in relationship with someone whose number and habits and instincts just continually rubs you the wrong way, is to actually do a little study into their number. Try and understand the world from their situation. And what constantly helps me in this fight is when I begin to see them as that child who is scared. Every single number's response, their automatic response, whether for the type 1, it is to be perfect and maintain perfection, whether for the type 2, it's to love and to be loved, whether for the type 3, it's to achieve and impress, or the type 4, to be seen and understood and to be unique, or the type 5, to understand and to know and to have all the things that they need, the resources that they need, or for the type 6, to be supported, to be protected, to be safe, or the type 7, to have options and to experience the fullness of life, or for the type 8, to be in control and to have control and to not be dominated, or the type 9, to have peace and to maintain peace. All of those instincts are simply a reaction to our fear. When we feel afraid, when as a small child we felt like, I can't control my world, I can't control what's happening in me, in this family or in this life or in this situation. Every child feels helpless and afraid at some point, even with the most loving parents, even with the most safe environment. The world is a scary place and we all feel that fear as children, and our instinct is simply a response to that fear. So when I start seeing people as that child who is simply instinctually responding to fear in the only way they know how, it tends to change things for me. It tends to soften my heart. It tends to allow me to have compassion and realize that, especially if they don't understand the Enneagram much, or they haven't done a whole lot of work with the Enneagram, or even if they have, let's be honest, it helps me to realize that these choices are automatic. They are not often chosen deliberately just to tick me off. They are simply the automatic habits that this person has developed over time. And they actually might even be trapped in those cycles of behavior. Just as I many times feel trapped in my cycles of behavior, and I am working alongside of all of you to do the work of the Enneagram and to become free from that cage of my personality, to become free from those habitual, cyclical actions that keep me stuck. I'm trying to become free, and sometimes it is really difficult. Imagine someone who has no idea they're stuck in that pattern, who does the things they do without even realizing why they're doing them, and it is just a response to fear. When I see them as that child, when I see them trapped in the habitual actions that they are, it really does help me to have compassion, to extend grace, to understand it's not personal, to be able to try and even speak to them in a way that would bring greater unity and understanding between the two of us. I like to a lot of times start these conversations by sharing how I see the world. Hi, my friend. I tend to see the world this way. When you do that, it feels like you're doing this. Can you explain this to me? Can you explain to me what you're meaning through this action? Can you explain this to me, what you're meaning when you say these words? It's so helpful to have conversations that are inquisitive, that are curious, and that are full of compassion. And this is a great first step to move to greater unity between you and that number that just drives you crazy. Because we all have them, but here's the truth. Our number probably drives someone else crazy. So we all get to be in this amazing journey together, growing and learning and moving forward. It's a beautiful journey, as hard as it is sometimes, and I am so encouraged to be on it with you.